I guess for the purposes of this conversation, my expectation is that the superintendent would be willing to work with the board concerning goals and objectives in the future, and to deal with things such as strategic plan and potentially other things that the board would like to bring forward that should not be embedded in this contract, in my opinion, and that you would be willing to work with this board moving forward in order to achieve that end. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, and I'm being brief because I'm not known for that, but the answer is yes. That's part of our MASB tool.
Okay.
We can definitely work on that. We've done that in the past.
Okay.
All right, yeah, because what Bertoya was, I was confused. I don't even know what she was really asking for.
Well,
Add some language.
She wants to add different language and add language. But she thinks she
at the end of the day,
Language.
she wants time to bring it back.
But I don't know. I don't see what kind of language could be added to that then. I mean, it's very clear. And who would give up a longevity if it's, below 10%? I mean, who would give that up?
I just want to add some.
Yeah.
but it would be more appropriate for it to be added as a goal or an objective for the superintendent versus embedding it within the contract language itself.
Right.
Well, I think her worry might be if she doesn't add it to the contract and he doesn't meet those needs, then we're stuck in a contract. He can continue not meeting those needs.
At some point in time, we've got to come to a point of trust with each other, right?
Right, I
Right.
agree.
So,
Can we work together?
well,
Well, that's starting now, I would thought. I thought that was us starting now over to work together. But now it seems like you guys are just trying to pull it apart again. We got to trust each other.
Not trying to.
You should be able to think.
She's not trying to
think-
remove anything from
No,
the.
she wants to add, but
We're in
you want to add something, you should know what you want to add.
There's quite a bit I want to add.
well, this is a contract. You're under the compensation. Things that you might want to add, like strategic planning, curriculum, those kinds of things, that really isn't something that should be in the contract as part of compensation, unless you're telling me that you want to put a bullet point in there that if the superintendent does strategic planning, we will give him $5,000. Well, that's my job, is to manage and organize and run the strategic planning for the district. That's included in the job. Included in the job is to manage and take care of and see through the process that our teachers have been going through for 6.5, 7 months of the curriculum review. That's part of the embedded job. The reason you don't see these things in contracts unless they're added to the contract as an additive, such as if I'm now going to be adding the name curriculum director for $12,000 a year to my superintendent's salary, that's another way to give a boost to your salary, that you can't add another curriculum director job to the hours I already work. Let's be honest. I'm not going to work 40 more hours as a curriculum director just because it says on there. I'm doing it because it's the part of the job that I'm already doing. And so adding it in is something that should be through the evaluation, should be set in goals, should be set in expectations. I don't see that as an appropriate space in compensation. I see that as something that's evaluative. And in a contract, the contract should not be evaluative itself. I don't work with teachers on a contract and then evaluate them based on the contract. I evaluate them based on I don't evaluate them, sorry, teachers. The administrators evaluate teachers based on the administrator's evaluation tool that they use for teachers. And so that's where that is found. It's not found in the contract. The contract sets out the terms for the agreement. In this particular space is the terms for agreement on compensation. That's a long answer to say, if we're talking about strategic planning and curriculum, which that Bob hinted at, then that's part of the job. That's what I do. And that's part of what we build together and why we have conversations outside of this setting so we can build relationships, understand vision, and we can all pull together and row the boat in the same direction. And I really, really, really want that. I've wanted that for the better part of a year now. And so I'm all in on that, Ms. Bremsey, all in. But delaying going through this process is not something I'm interested in completely at this point in time. We're here to negotiate. Let's get this thing done.
Miss Lucy, any questions? Lucy, any questions?
You have any questions? No, I don't.
Aaron,
No.
Carmen?
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
No.
No. All right. Mark, you stated that you've never said that you would work, or I'm not sure how Bob mentioned it to you, and you said, no, that's what I normally do not do. When Bob said, are you willing to do this? Are you willing to, the goal, all this stuff?
Oh, I said I'm not normally known for having a short answer.
No,
I said
even before
yes,
that.
I'm-
Way before
that's-
that. Way before that. Bob had said something to you. So question, Tammy keeps saying that we're going to move forward and go forward. So the governing board are, actually, I don't even know if we can do that. If there's no other questions, discussion's over. Robin, you could go ahead. Or, hold on, let me get back to it. So this is D. I'm assuming we'll do a 1 and a 2, the CFO, the superintendent. So D1 with CFO, 2 superintendent. So, okay, so the recommended action, again, same thing as before, to approve the contract for the superintendent as presented. Number 2, D2. Nobody second or just support?
We're including that line now, right?
As amended, yeah. So that was the recommended action. So we need a first. That was a first.
You need another support? Oh, support. Oh my God. Mr. Sawatsky? Yes. Mr. Lang?
Yes.
Mrs. Bieshki? Yes. Ms. Irby? No. Ms. Castillo?
Yes.
Yes. Mrs. Barimzi?
No. No, it's not to amend. Do we have to do a separate one to amend?
Exactly.
Oh, I said to include the amended
We
sentence.
need, and that was number 10. So Robin, if you have that, that was number 10.
That was right.
That. Number 10. We're done. The amendment? No, I heard, yeah. Do you have that there? I've heard the amendment.
So the amendment was the one about the language for when it gone, right? I think it was. I think that's what they meant by implement.
We don't have to do, we can't do both the amendment, you want to do this. That's the found, I'm not there, by the, all right, so Correct. No, so they think, Tammy and Carmen think they have to vote on the amendment. We say no, that just vote on, we're just gonna vote on, in general, for the as amended. As amended, okay, whatever, but yeah, as amended. So we don't have to do a separate vote for the amendment. So this right here, no amendment. Okay, I got it. All right. We're talking about amendment. All right, I got it. Now I'm ready. This is literally to approve this contract tonight. Okay,
As amended?
correct. I didn't want to say that to confuse them. As amended. Okay. Now watch her vote, but we don't have to do anything else. Okay. Yeah, ready. Want starting over? Yes. I'm sorry.
Mr. Sawatsky,
Yes.
Mr. Lane,
Yes.
Mrs. Bieschke,
Yes.
Ms. Irby,
What's in that? She said no. She just said no.
Ms. Castillo,
What else do we?
Mrs. Breemsey,
No.
Ms. Morales.
All right, now I'm confused.
No.
Well, why, vote is 3 yes, 4 no.